Greetings, friends, family, supportive strangers, and innocent passersby. Today is going to be a 2-video day. I will get to more about that in a bit after we cover the main stuff from today's topic. So today marks, yesterday was officially my 6 weeks of being laid off. So, a little housekeeping first. Not monetized. No ad revenue, no sponsors, no merch, no channel memberships, which means engagement is crucial for the algorithm. I know there's not a lot of people out there who really want to hear about my personal drama, but I am hoping that my information and my experience can help some people, or at least be, if not help them in the process, at least help them feel not so alone. So please help me get my videos out there. Like, subscribe, share if you like. If you want to see more of my videos, and if you want to share, never an obligation here, no judgment, no hard feelings, just very much appreciated. And also leave comments. Those of you who do comment on my videos, I read them. I even respond sometimes, so please feel free to carry on the conversation once the video is done. Anyway, moving on. My update. Okay, this week has been crazy. I know that I posted an update earlier, and we talked a little bit about online assessments, and I know I've discussed my experience with the online hiring events. Well, the good news is I actually had a positive experience yesterday with an online hiring event. I won't name the company in case they move or don't move me forward. I mean, either way, it's better not to name the company. Excuse me. So I got an email, as these things have typically gone so far. I got an email asking if I had a few minutes to make time to talk about the job position. This time, though, it was with a very reputable, high-profile, well-known company for a position not exactly like what I was doing before, but would be a logical next step. And so I went ahead. Oh, that's my alarm. Yay. So I did go ahead and accept the invite. I did attend the event. And this time, when I was placed in queue, my experience had informed me on what to expect in that regard. Excuse me. So I did join the event, and there were only 6 people in line ahead of me. So I waited. If there'd been 30, I probably would not have. 6 people, so I waited. My wait was roughly half an hour. which made sense because I actually spoke with the recruiter this time. When it was my turn, she was friendly and warm and interesting and interested. So she explained to me that each session is expected to last about 5 minutes. So that kind of informed my experience a little bit more. So I believe the events are scheduled for an hour, however many people they can fit into that hour at roughly 5 minutes per. And that makes sense. I get it. At least in this context, in this situation. So it was really great. We spent a few minutes. She asked me about my location and if I was willing to drive. I did let her know that yes, I'm rural, yes, I'm far out, but that their location is not an inconvenience to me. And I would be willing to drive for the right job and the right pay. At which time she informed me of the pay for that position, which was more than enough to justify me making the drive. So I did let her know that for that position and the pay they're offering, even the low end of the pay they're offering, is a step up from what I was making before and would be enough to justify the drive. So, progress. Even if nothing comes of it, even if they don't move me forward for an in-person interview, even if I just fall off the radar for that particular company, it was a little bit of a boost of confidence. I had my resume seen and considered for a job that would level up from what I was doing before. And that I found extremely reassuring. So next, we did talk about my experience. She seemed interested. Of course, that's her job. So I don't know what she really thought. But we did spend a few minutes talking about my history with my previous employer, what my primary tasks were, what my experience was with the leadership aspect. And then our time was up. So I did have to allow her to move on professionally. She respected my time. I definitely wanted to reciprocate and respect hers as well. So that is how that went. I did meet with my coach again. And I think I'll do a separate video on the importance of networking. We've talked about that a little bit too, but I think I want to dive deeper, which I'm not prepared to do this morning, but I do want to get into it and talk about the importance of the network, both online and in person, and your professional connections, my professional connections, and all of that. So look forward to that coming up if you're interested. Next, see, what else did I have on the agenda for today? Oh yeah, I have a job, another job fair tomorrow. I looked at the list of industries, not sure anything really applies to me. However, networking And my coach advised that what they're offering at the job fair may not apply to me, but I can take their information and go look at their websites and see what other opportunities they might have available that they weren't promoting at the event. So let's say it's the industry is technology. They may also have some sort of customer service or administrative positions available. The same with manufacturing. So I am going to go and make some connections and have some personal interactions. I'm kind of hoping that the law enforcement agencies will be there again. I still have some questions, and I haven't ruled out the law enforcement positions. The concern I had regarding the two positions I was really most interested in is that they were on native reservations. And that when I went online and looked at their website, that would require me to get a special kind of driving permit, tribal issued driving permit. And I read something that also meant part of that requirement would be going in front of the tribal council and becoming a member of the tribe. So I need a lot more information about that because the application required that documentation to be provided at the time you apply. So that's a great big hiccup in that path, but I'm not ruling it out. I might be willing to jump through some hoops to get one of those positions that I was interested in. Oh man, allergy season. I took a pill. So sorry. So on that note, let's talk about channel news a little bit. You all know that when you come to my live streams or look at my videos, my approach is pretty casual. We're just friends hanging out, having a conversation, catching up. And I want to continue that format. However, some of you know that I'm launching a new series that I will be formalizing a little bit more. And that is my my video series on customer service, because that is my professional experience in quality assurance. So now that I'm no longer employed with my employer, I can talk about some of those things a little more. No details, nothing identifying about my previous employer, but I can talk about my experience a little more. And so I've decided to do that. So I did put out a live stream video earlier this week as well, indicating, just talking a little bit in general terms about customer service. However, that will be today's second video. Will be a little more organized deep dive into what customer service is versus what it is not. And so I'm really hoping that you will come back and see that one. I am going with a more formal outline for that particular series. So it's going to be a little less, just a little more outlined, a little more organized, as opposed to our, casual catch-up sessions. So I look forward to seeing all of you there. Thank you so much for sticking with me and supporting my channel, watching my videos. And I'm going to move on and get to work on that one. So look forward to it sometime later today. Stay blessed. Thank you for all your support. Know that you are loved. Have a great day.